All right, so step 2, we're going to start drawing polygons. And now what you're going to want to do is, you can talk. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is go to your map and actually turn the transparency off so that you can see it better. And now, that's a lot of georeference points, that looks good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start creating shapefiles so that we can start drawing and digitizing all of your fault lines and your units, etc. So let's go ahead and zoom in so we can see a little bit better. And so for example, we're going to start tracing over Brian's fault here and all of the other contacts. Okay, so go over to catalog on the right, click on it, and connect to folder, which is the icon with the folder and the plus. And you can just connect to your desktop is fine, or if you have an organizational system. Okay, and then now all of those shapefiles are going to be dumped in the place that you told it to. So for example, your C drive, so if you want it in a different spot, let me know.
That's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so we right click on that and go to new, and we choose new shapefile. So for our faults, we're going to go ahead and type in faults. Okay, and then we call the shapefile faults, and it's going to be a polyline. And we want to make sure that the coordinate system is not unknown. So we go to edit and go to geographic coordinate systems, go down to world, open that, and then click on WGS 1984. Okay. Everything looks good here. It's called faults. It's a line. It's coordinated to some system. Okay, great. Okay, so now you can see over in the left, it's one of your layers now. It's a fault. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit within that layer. In order to do that, to go up to customize, open toolbars, and go to editor, turn on the editor toolbar, and there it is. And if we want to be in the faults and we want to edit in the faults, you have to go to editor, click on it, and click start editing. Nothing will happen unless you do that, and that can be really frustrating. You're like, why can't I edit this layer? And sure enough, thanks. Okay. All right, start editing, and then on the right, what pops up is the feature class that you're in, your faults, and then construction tools. So we want to edit our faults, and we're going to draw a line. So you're not going to draw a rectangle or a circle or ellipse. Draw a line, and then you simply just, can I draw for you, and then you can do the next one. You simply just trace over the line that you have drawn right here, like this. And you can do it as kind of like detailed as you want, and you can also go back later and fix any lines that you don't really like. And then you double click when you're done. And I just drew in the mapping area, but you can erase what I did and do it later. We double click on this, and then it's really important, we're still in the layer. So let's say we want to draw our next one right here. Sorry, I'm doing kind of a bad job. Okay. All right, and then let's say you draw all of your faults, and then you're done. You would then want to go to editor and put stop editing. And yes, we want to save. And if you want to go back in and edit what we did, guess what? You have to go to editor and press start editing. And then you can do things like select a line that I drew, and you can delete it because you don't want it anymore because I did a bad job. And then we'll go to editor, stop editing. Yes. The other thing we can do here is we can change the symbol. So what I did was I double clicked on that on the symbol, and let's say I'm having it like mahogany. We want to have it bright red, and we want to have it thicker than the way that it was default. So okay, and now it looks like this. So you can see it's going to look pretty good when we take away your map eventually. So those are the fault lines. Oops, come back. Okay, so that's creating, and you do all of your faults. Now, if you want to do solid lines and dash lines, you actually have to create 2 feature class layers, and one has to be one has to be solid, and then you can go in here and you can make another feature class for your dash lines, and then you can go here, go to edit symbol, and then you can, instead of doing a simple line, you could have dash or dotted or dash dot dot. Okay, so if you wanted to go fancy. Okay. All right, so now to create the polygon, the shapes, we go over to catalog, and in your user file, you right click, new shapefile. And this one, go ahead and type unit 1. Or we could do unit 2 or unit 3. We're gonna end up doing all of them. And we want this to be a polygon, and we want it to be referenced. Okay. And now go to unit 1. We click on it, and we go to editor, start editing, and we want to be in unit 1, and we want to draw a polygon. So this is your unit 1 right here in blue. Yeah, that's right. So you start clicking, and same thing, you're tracing it out, but instead of being a line, it's now going to be the polygon shape of your choosing. And what's really cool about this is that it will know if you've already draw all of your faults first, because it will know, it'll snap your polygon shape to the fault line, which is really cool. Super duper nice. Okay, and double click, and there we go. Again, you want to go over here, and we want to go to stop editing, save our edits, and if Brian wants this a different symbol or color, we can, or transparency, we want to make it a little bit transparent. You can kind of fiddle with that, and that'll do that to all of your unit 1s or unit 2s, and that's why you're going to go in here and you're going to create a shape file, or shape file for each faults, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. In your case, you might want to do a landslide shape file. Any other shape files that you guys did? That's all I could think of. Is the
and
units,
can I have
the
multiple polygons inside of one, inside of a unit?
Yes.
Or do I have to create another unit in order to do another polygon?
No. So for right now, if we want to do another unit 1, and we go to editor, start editing in unit 1, we want to do another polygon right here. We can go like that.
Excellent.
Okay, done. And then maybe we want to do another one. And this will look inverted until you take it over there like that. It's really smart. It kind of knows what you want. And then there's another one.
All right.
But again,
excellent.
That one's not very good, so we can delete that. And then also delete that one. Okay, so that's how to make your create features and create your digitize your faults in your units. And that's it for that. Okay.